charges of abuse, kidnapping, and neglect. With his confession during the interrogation, the children's testimonies, his wife's statement, and physical evidence of the injuries, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison with 3 years suspended. As for Candy, she would also be held on similar charges of enabling an abuser.
We'll have a chance to talk to you, okay?
Right now, you both are going to be under arrest for...
Police are at the home of Keith and Candy Holt, the parents of 8 children. They don't know it yet, but one of their kids managed to contact police, alerting them to the cruelty happening behind closed doors.
This is what I do. I take care of kids. It's all my education. That's everything I've ever done.
What officers don't realize is that Keith and Candy's home is considered a safe house, with a documented history of caring for children. If investigators can't prove the abuse, the couple could walk free and go right back to running their house of horrors.
What about Beth getting locked in the bathroom for 3 days?
No, never happened.
So when you said that you haven't spanked anybody in a year, that was not a correct statement.
Yes. So if someone said that you beat the kids with a 2x2 board, would that...
It's January 2024, and police are receiving a series of alarming calls from residents in Blackwell, Oklahoma, reporting that 8 children under the care of Pastor Keith Holt and his wife Candy have been left home alone for days. Officers visit the home on January 14th and 15th, but nobody responds. On the morning of the 16th, they return once more, and this time, Keith opens the door. During the visit, officers spot bruises on several children, and on one of them, a black eye concealed beneath makeup. A few hours later, they return with a warrant and arrest them.
Alright, we're back.
No.
What? Oh. Alright. Right now, you both are going to be under arrest for... You can go with these 2 gentlemen.
Turn around,
And then
everybody.
all 8 children are out in protective custody. We will have a conversation when I get to the police department.
Okay.
I know you're going to be nice, so I'm going to put it in front for you, okay? Are you need?
I'll just get my shoes ready to get.
Are they in the front room?
Yeah, I'll just put them on front so it's more comfortable for you, okay?
Are you here?
It's right here. I'm going to put him in my car. You don't have anything on you?
I don't know.
Okay, no wallet, no purse, no nothing?
No.
Okay.
Just please be
You have
careful.
medication you need to take with you?
No. Please be careful with CJ.
Candy's seemingly protective comment about CJ immediately stood out to investigators. It aligned with what one of the injured children had told officers earlier, that only the oldest kids were punished, while the youngest, like CJ, were not. That small detail revealed a clear divide in how the children were treated. Now, detectives had to determine the full extent of the abuse, and whether both Keith and Candy were involved, and to what degree.
I need my hand.
If you need to sit down real quick and adjust, I put it in the front so you're able to do whatever you need to do.
This is what I do. I take care of kids. It's all my education. That's everything I've ever done. And this is absurd. But it's not fair. And CJ's the one who doesn't understand. Please. We'll have a chance to talk to you, okay? No, I just want him to be protected.
All right, man, we're going to go out here, okay?
I know.
Candy appears visibly distressed, disoriented, and unable to collect her thoughts. What investigators didn't realize at the time was that this was just the start of a carefully crafted facade designed to win sympathy, manipulate the truth, and avoid accountability. Surprisingly, it would go on to help them avoid the full consequences of their crimes later on. Keith and Candy were both successfully detained, and all 8 of the children were removed from the home and brought to safety. Human Services had already ruled the injuries as unmistakable signs of abuse. Multiple bruises at different stages of healing, a black eye, they were patterns no one could ignore. Despite the serious allegations, Keith and Candy remain oddly composed, immediately denying everything and painting themselves as protective parents. To investigators, it was clear. These 2 wouldn't crack easily in the interrogation room. Officers take note of this, realizing that getting Keith and Candy to turn on each other could be the key to making them confess to their horrific actions. Detectives start the interrogations with Candy, thinking she'll be easier to crack.
Today, in this room, we're going to talk about some things, and how you answer those questions could impact the rest of your life. You understand that?
Yes.
These are serious allegations.
Okay.
So I need you to be honest with me. Why would all 5 of the older kids all have the exact same story?
As far as
Just being hit with a 2x2 that they showed me was behind your TV. All 5 of them.
No.
They're all telling the exact same story, separate, of being hit with that piece of
I have never
wood.
seen him hit them with a piece of wood. I'll be honest with you. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I have not seen him hit them. The only thing I've seen him hit them with is the belt.
We start to get a clear look at Candy's denial of how serious the situation in her home really was. As detectives begin to pressure her, she shifts the blame to Keith, saying she's seen him use his belt as a form of punishment, but underplays the severity of the situation. What Candy doesn't know is that one child has revealed everything to the detectives. Details of neglect far more severe than spanking with a belt. Now, detectives plan to use this information to trap her in a web of lies she can't escape.
What about Beth getting locked in the bathroom for 3 days?
No, never happened.
So they're all the kids are lying about
I don't know what's going on, but Beth ain't never been locked in a bathroom for 3 days. None of them. Well, that doesn't even make any sense.
It's just hard to believe that all 5 of them would have the exact same story
Well, that's
over multiple incidents. See, you've never seen Keith hit the kids?
I've seen Keith spank the kids. Oh, yes. On the butt. One at a time because we don't discipline in front of each other. And that's it. I've never seen him hit him with a piece of wood. I've never seen him other than the belt. I'm dead honest. And that is so rare.
Candy acts as if the children are lying. She continues to downplay the severity of the neglect and dismisses everything the detectives say. Detectives step out to rework their approach. They know that Candy is still protecting her husband, so they decide to give her one final opportunity to turn on Keith and defend herself instead.
I don't think you're being 100% honest with me.
I don't know what to say.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on in that house that maybe you turn a blind eye to. When we take those kids to the child specialist and they say, yeah, they've got bruises that are consistent with, I mean, that's hard to get past. You see what I'm saying?
That's what
I mean, because the problem is they're gonna come to court and they're gonna testify that these bruises are consistent with. What I mean by what I'm saying is I think there's stuff going on in that house that you know about, but maybe you haven't seen. Maybe you've heard it, and you've got an idea that it's going on, but he's the sole provider for the house. You have all these children. You're not going to rock the boat either.
With the rest of the interrogation being censored by the Blackwell Police Department, it's unclear what more exactly she confessed to. What is clear, however, is that Candy implied Keith was the main perpetrator, but detectives strongly suspected Keith was still hiding key details about the neglect. If they couldn't build a strong enough case, there was a real risk he could walk free and return to the same home with the same children and continue the cycle of abuse. It was on the detectives to stop that from happening. They needed to extract a confession.
All right, Keith. Let's start off talking. How long have you been in Blackwell?
8 months this time.
How long you and Candy been together?
8 years.
8 years.
7, 8 years.
And how is your relationship with all the kids? I know some kids are some biological kids, some are guardianship. Can you just kind of tell me about that?
Beth and John are my biological.
So Beth and John are yours. What about the 3 little kids, Kaylin, Peyton, and Colton? How did y'all come about them?
That's my wife's niece's kids.
Mm-hmm. And you guys got all full custodial
Everything.
through, what district court would that been? Would that have been Baxter County?
Yeah, Baxter County.
What about Tabitha and Thomas and Timothy?
Their mom and dad both died, and it was in the will that we would take them and raise them.
Your relationship with the 8 kids, what kind of, I mean, are they pretty trustworthy kids?
I would say so.
So they're not, you don't catch them in lies, and they're not, bad.
Not
you would say bad
normally.
kids.
Not normally. I mean, they'll, like if we'll have cookies or we'll have chips or stuff, we'll say, okay, who took it? And I didn't take it.
So you would say they more fib than come out
Yeah.
and lie to you.
Just come out and lie, and they'll always come back later on, and eventually they'll confess and say, okay, Dad, I took the chips. But other than just blatantly come out and lie, no.
Detectives steer the conversation towards the children's honesty, hoping Keith will take the bait. By implying the kids might be lying, they test whether he'll react with anger, justify punishments, or reveal deeper resentment. But instead, Keith admits his kids weren't the type to make up lies. So detectives shift tactics and confront him with hard evidence of abuse, and his reaction would be more than telling.
When was the last time you think you had to spank one of the kids?
Oh, it's been months, maybe even over a year, and I had to spank one.
So you haven't spanked the kids at all at this house?
I can't recollect that I have.
So if someone said that you beat the kids with a 2x2 board, would that... Why would someone say that?
Why would anybody say that?
Especially...
To a kid.
Well, it's coming from the kids. They're the ones that are saying that. All 5 of the older kids.
Said that I beat them with a 2x2 board.
And they provided me the board that was behind the TV.
That I beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Have you hit them with that board?
I've never beat them. With
Have you hit them with that board?
I did John.
So when
I
you
did
said
John.
when you said that you hadn't spanked anybody in over a year, that was not a truthful statement.
To my record, I wasn't.
Here's the thing, partner. We're gonna tell it to you very, very simple. Okay, we know a little bit more than what you think we do. We're just asking for your cooperation. Be honest with us. I mean, he's asking you all these questions because we kind of already know the answer to a lot of them. We're just trying to get you to be as honest as you can to help yourself out. Okay? So when you said that you haven't spanked anybody in a year, that was not a correct statement, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then
And thinking back, yeah, I had to spank John and I had to spank Beth.
Let's start with John. Why did that you have to spank him? What did he do?
I don't even remember why I had to spank him.
but it's with that board?
It could have been.
Keith admits to the accusations, one story the detectives were already familiar with. During Candy's interview, she partially confirmed hearing some of the abuse herself. Now, detectives would use the information Candy told them to further incriminate Keith.
Did John get in trouble?
Yeah, he got in trouble.
What was that punishment? Did he get spanked?
Yeah.
Did he get punched?
No. I didn't physically punch him. As far as punching him, I didn't. I just pushed him backwards.
Is that what did you tell him he was a disgrace?
I don't remember telling him he's a disgrace.
Candy said she heard it.
So that I told him he was a disgrace?
Disgrace to the family.
Then I guess if Candy says she heard it, then I guess maybe I did, but I don't recollect that I did. I don't remember saying those words, but if I did, then...
You don't recollect a lot of stuff.
You got a short temper?
I don't think so.
Do you ever get so mad with the kids that you know, when you start spanking them, that maybe you black out, don't realize how hard you're hitting them or how much you're hitting them?
I don't think so.
I just don't understand why 5 kids that you and Candy have both said that are trustworthy kids, why they would come together and all concoct this wild story of all these separate instances if it's not true. You know, I mean, I don't have an explanation why they do that. Do you have one?
No.
The interrogation would continue for another 35 minutes, with Keith denying all other allegations made against him by the children. However, when Keith was finally left alone for a few minutes, cameras captured something unexpected that would show just how manipulative Keith really was. to Keith, the real betrayal isn't the children he traumatized, but that his wife Candy finally stopped protecting